Welcome back to another episode of the April Sings a Lot podcast. This podcast is going to be sharing story and song and inviting you to sing along.
This is my story. This is my song.
Many, many years ago, back in the day before even my husband and I were married, so this was like 15 years ago, I decided for my birthday that I wanted to go rock climbing. There was an indoor rock climbing facility in New Orleans, and I thought it would be a fun adventure to have with some of our friends. I had been a ropes course instructor at a summer camp, so I thought I knew everything there was to know about rock climbing. Turns out I knew nothing about rock climbing because the ropes course was a static belay ropes course, which meant you weren't harnessed to somebody else ever. So I knew nothing about rock climbing. But again, I thought I did. So we show up at the indoor rock climbing facility. My now husband, Mike, was with us, and they make us sit in a room and watch this training video. But I did not pay attention at all to the training video because I was so arrogant as to think I knew what I was doing. And I was about to show my friends up. I was going to show them how it's done. So we get into the actual rock climbing facility, and I realize I'm way out of my league. Very, very, very much out of my depth. And my husband wants to go first boyfriend at the time, wants to go first and climb. And he asks if I want to belay him, and I say, sure. And so I'm on the ground, and he climbs all the way to the top of whatever the rock wall was. And then he says, on belay? And I say, belay on. Don't do a single thing. I don't do what I'm supposed to do. And then he lets go and just falls all the way to the floor in seconds. And I will always remember the look on his face because he was looking at me like, why do you want me to die? I mean, golly, what fear. And I was frantically trying to stop the rope, doing all the wrong things, grabbing it with my bare hands, and the rope is just flying through my hands and doing nothing to slow his fall. So thankfully, it's an indoor rock climbing facility. They have like that crushed tire stuff on the floor. So he was actually unharmed, which is a miracle. He was fine. Stood up, came over to me. My hands are a bloody mess because I've been trying to slow his fall by grabbing the rope. Now, he ended up taking care of me, and to his credit, Mike has never mentioned that ever again. So, fittingly, the song today is Amazing Grace because he genuinely never brings it up, never let it affect our relationship. He was more worried about me than about himself. And I just think that's truly amazing. And what a gift to have an example of that in my own life and to accept that grace and to accept that I really screwed up. And I do have a few scars to show for it. I was hurt in the process, but I screwed up. That was totally on me. And he has shown grace and continues to show grace that I can accept and allow into my life. And the same goes for you. There is amazing grace that saves. So let's sing that together.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas
our episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed it, please consider sharing it with a friend. And if you haven't become a subscriber, I invite you to click subscribe in whatever platform you're listening to this on. I will talk to you again soon.